Man, I don't know if I messed up. It's a sad, sad day. My poor baby. Oh, my poor baby. It's gotta go. She's on her last leg and she let me down. So we had to get a new grill. Oh my God. Oh, I wanted my Traeger back. But we got a better one. Okay, as I said, this has been my baby. She has cooked for 6 years. My wife bought me this back when it was the infomercial time, before any pellet grill ever came out on the market. I've had this thing and cooked a lot of stuff with it. I've cooked turkeys for Christmas. It is a good one, how we smoked the turkey. I've cooked steaks. I've cooked ribs, lots of ribs on this thing. Check out my ribs. There's the issue with good ribs right there. It's all right. Let me try to get them over here anyway. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. This thing has been through its paces and now it's time to upgrade. Well, let me show you what's wrong with this one real quick and the reason why I have to get a new one. Okay, so here's the thing. What happened to this grill is that, like normal, a lot of people will have the fire pot and the fire pot will go out, and so you go buy a new one. I went and bought this one here, which is a stainless steel one, to put into this grill. But as soon as we broke it apart and tried to get the parts put into it at the garage, this is what happened. It fell apart and rust and everything was just everywhere, and it was just horrible, and I didn't think I was ever going to get it back together. But I said, you know what, let's go get a new one. So I was like, okay, I love my Traeger, we're gonna go get a Traeger. And so we headed out and looking online, who sells Traeger? Well, Home Depot does. So we decided to go ahead and head out and go look for a new Traeger grill. Well, we went to Home Depot and guess what? They have plenty of them. Looked at all the different ones. I wanted the upgrade version of this one. This one had the old roller dial on it, you know. I wanted the upgrade one that had the digital readout with Bluetooth on it. Well, guess what? We went and looked at some. Man, they had some nice ones up there at Home Depot. And we looked at the one that I like, about the same size that I already have, because I live in an RV at an RV park and I don't want the giant one, you know. Well, guess what? We looked at it, we found one that we liked and everything, and we looked up at the price and oh my God, $800. Like, whoa, that's a little too expensive. We're looking for something around 600 bucks. Well, we decided, hey, let's go to Lowe's, because Lowe's has a few different brands. We showed up at Lowe's and they had the grills. They had a stone grill, they had different ones, but they also had pit balls. And I come to find out that it's not the pit balls that you remember from Walmart. They had the Pro Series pit balls on display there, and we're like, huh, these are pretty nice. And I talked to a couple of guys there, and then come to find out, Academy sells the competition series of pit balls, Walmart sells the first generation, and then Lowe's sell the Pro Series. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go look at some of these. I'm really a Traeger fan, but went over there and talked to a guy that has this model that I like, and this is the 850 Pro Series pit balls. I'm like, that's pretty nice. It's got some good features on it and everything. So I was like, and I looked at it and I looked at different ones. I'm like, man, that's a pretty good price, $600. Yeah, but I'm still a Traeger fan. Let me go look at some other ones. So we wound up going to Walmart. Then we come back and like, nah, I didn't like those. We come back to Lowe's, and guess what? Well, I'm sorry, I had to switch. I had to switch to the Pit Boss 850 Pro Series Pellet Grill. There's one major reason why I've done this is because I love cooking steaks. And it was very hard to cook steaks on a Traeger grill because you don't have a flame coming up, it goes out. So what I've done over time is I take all that parts out, and then what I would do is build up a deal with tin foil and make the flame come straight up, and then I can grill right on top of it. It worked great, but it gave it an issue. All the fat and grease dripped down inside the cup, and that's why it rusted out. Now here's the thing about this grill. It's got a lot more features than the Traeger grill by a long shot, and $200 less. It has a lot more surface space by volume, and it had an extra rack where my old one didn't. Now the new Traeger will have it, but it also has a thicker, heavier metal, and you know if you have thicker metal, your barbecuing will be much better, retains the heat. There's also, it comes with a shelf instead of just legs on it where I can put my pellets on. That's a great feature. The digital deal is a lot better and it's more intuitive, and it has a lot more functions on it, where like a good heavy smoke, you can set the smoke stuff on it. Really cool there. And there's a lot of videos about these settings online you can go watch. We're not going to tell you all of the details there, but it also has the Pit Boss logoed shelf on front that break down and come right back up if you want it to be. And it also has this table on one side with some hooks to hang some stuff on, and it has the part you can put something over on top of the hopper. The hopper is intuitive also with a grate on it, so you don't cut your fingers off in the deal. It has a lot more features, heavier gauge. It's also got this top that where you can spin it and release the heat or the smoke even more, condense it a little bit. All around, there's a lot more features for less price on the Pit Boss, and I've heard great stories about the Pit Boss, and that's why I switched to the Pit Boss Pellet Grill. We're gonna go ahead and open this thing up and do a burnout on it and get it going. Now, I don't need to show you all the burnout stuff because we're getting ready to do some ribs here tonight, but do some things on this that I've learned, and watch the YouTube videos. If you're looking at buying a Pit Boss grill, make sure you watch plenty of videos and do some research. And there's one thing that I found out that will help extend the life of your Pit Boss grill is make sure you spray it down with some really cool stuff. This stuff right here is from Blackstone, and it has canola oil and some other oils in it, so we can go ahead and season this properly before we even fire it off to use it the first time. Now that's a video for the next time, but if you hadn't seen some of my other videos, same recipe. I've got an older video where I got the best baby back ribs. It's called Bones Falling Out. Go back and watch that one here on Pro-Am Outdoors. But it's going to be the same concept here. We're just going into our next phase of grilling with a lot better grill, I believe now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. The ribs that we're about to cook, we'll save that for another video. Remember, keep your line wet, your hook sharp. We'll see you next time.